The American Academy of Pediatrics reports about 1/3 of all childhood injuries are sports-related, and doctors say the injuries are starting earlier. Here to talk about prevention and treatment are sports medicine pediatrician Dr. Paul Stricker and Beth Mallon, mother of a student seriously injured during a high school game. Welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Stricker, we're about to start a new school year here. What types of injuries do you typically see at the beginning of a school year?
Both the acute injuries where they get hurt on the field just because that's a fluke thing, but we also see a lot of the overuse injuries, primarily with kids that were not in shape during the summer. They didn't take advantage of regularly exercising, and so they go and then the coach runs them to pieces and they have a lot of overuse injuries. So stress fractures, that kind of thing, shin splints, etc.
Okay, and Beth, now your son was seriously hurt late in the season, not early on this. Tell us what happened.
It was in May of 2009, and Tommy was running for a ground ball in his final high school lacrosse game and collided with another player in a very, very benign hit, but unfortunately it was a rotational hit that turned his head and he suffered a C1 fracture, so he fractured his neck.
Yeah, and we're actually looking at a video of that. He's running along the field, he gets a front hit. And did you know at the time that there was something serious? Did he know? No, we did not. It looked very benign. As you can see, if the tape is rolling, you can see that it looks very benign. There was so much pressure to have him get up, return to play, but fortunately we had access to a certified athletic trainer who encouraged him to stay down and recognize that there was some nerve involvement. And we're just seeing video now. How did he recover from this? He had, it looks like he was in spinal traction.
Yes, he was transported immediately to ICU. He had a clot forming in his brain, and he recovered from that and went into an Aspen collar, and then unfortunately had to go into what you're probably seeing as a halo device.
Right, absolutely.
And he was in that for several months. And
but now he's okay.
He is. He's alive. He's walking. He's going to be a senior at University of San Diego. Very, very fortunate.
Okay. And Dr. Stricker, I know that serious head injuries and spine injuries like this are rather rare when it comes to sports for kids. What are sort of these overuse and strain injuries that are more common?
Well, when any child is pushed more than their body can handle, whether it's doing too many sports or doing them too long without any rest, or they're pushed excessively hard, then their bodies just break down and it's hard to heal. So we'll see lots of stress fractures and tendonitis and those kinds of overuse problems. I think the big concern is now we're seeing things in young kids that we never saw before, like stress fractures in an 8-year-old, and it's just, it's strange to think.
And these can have some long-term effects.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of these injuries, some of the knee injuries certainly can haunt these people for the rest of their life.
Okay. And Beth, your experience, of course, more serious than that, but still has some long-term results. This sort of helped motivate you about starting Advocates for Injured Athletes. Tell us about that program.
We started a foundation, and the mission is really sports education, sports safety education. So we want to get the message out there that every field needs an athletic trainer on the sidelines to treat these kinds of catastrophic injuries. And then we started a program called Athletes Saving Athletes.
And that's the peer mentoring group.
Correct. It's based on the stories of 3 athletes that fortunately survived catastrophic injuries, and they tell their stories and they educate other athletes about.
And we're seeing the classroom video here. They teach them CPR, they teach them the basics, right, to keep them safe. Okay. And Dr. Stricker, what are some of your tips? So maybe you're helping on the side of if the injury's on the field. What would your tips be to parents or coaches about preventing these injuries?
Yeah, the best news that we can give them, and what we try to give them every day when we see them at Scripps, is, hey, think about what you can do during the summer to stay in shape. Don't be out of shape. If your child has grown, please check and make sure their equipment still fits appropriately so that they're not at risk for injury. And just try to be aware of the warning signs. If they're not as happy, if they're not having as much fun, if they're complaining a lot or finding excuses not to go, then think about maybe putting them in a different activity or kind of spreading things out a little bit.
Okay. Well, I certainly want to let folks know there's a whole lot more. They can link up to your website by going to our website, kpbs.org. Beth Mallon and Dr. Paul Stricker, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.